first responders investigate a fire at an apartment Tuesday morning that left a firefighter hurt and several residents without a home. You were looking at footage from the scene. First responders were sent before 2 a.m. to the 4200 block of Florida Drive. When they arrived, they saw the fire in the third floor of the apartment. The blaze was controlled in under 30 minutes. A firefighter was hurt at the scene, but his injuries are minor. Firefighters say the apartment had no smoke detectors at the time, and the rest of the residents were allowed back into the apartment after they were installed.